You're not supposed to carry your kids on a green belt. You're not supposed to walk around. You're not supposed to stick your hands in a stream. You're not supposed to be human. And so I was really starting to freak out. I was like, my God, there's crazy people everywhere. And then I walk out in the sunshine. It's a parking lot on a Sunday, like noon, beautiful blue skies, and it's Alex Jones. And I was like, thank you. And I'm shaking hands. People are running up, and I'm like, Burmis, I got to call you back. This is incredible. I mean, just like, Alex Jones, oh, we love you. So, again, we're having an effect, and that's probably why they're going to kill me or set me up pretty soon. But it doesn't matter. Because we've done our job, and I care about all the children. I care about all the people. I want to tell people if something's poison. I want to tell them, my people, if the water's good to drink. I want to tell the people when there's bad controllers. I just am a human who wants the tribe to do well, the human species. I want goodness. I'm not bad for taking my children down to the creek. I'm not bad for warning them there's poison in the food. I'm not bad. The people taking photos of me and my kids to report us are the ones that are bad. The people looking for trouble and wanting to boss people around who find power through the government, they're the ones that are bad. They're the enemies of our society. They're the enemies of our republic, and they're dangerous. And the difference, all my fans were shining-faced, good-looking, smart people, and they were glowing and happy and had life force. And I noticed as I pulled out watching the two guys that laughed at me in their BMWs, wealthy, they were looking at me just going, because they've bought into the world, and so they're not satisfied. And here are all these people that are on the same wavelength as I am. They had power. They had life force. They had sparkle in the eye. And so they're torturing me off in some dungeon someday, or I'm in prison. I'll remember all those people we warned, all those people we woke up, how many people we saved, how many people's minds we unlocked so they could see the bigger world and be free. And I know in the end we're going to beat this new world order. But that was a great parable. And it's true. Everything you just heard is what happened yesterday. For an hour and a half, I was submerged in just mass mental illness and crazy control freaks. And then I went into the store, and it was even worse. But then when I came out into the sunshine, it was just like, Alex Jones. Somebody goes, Alex Jones. And it was like 8 pumps. And it's Alex Jones, Alex Jones, Alex Jones. Teenagers running up, Alex Jones. And they had basketballs and footballs, and we're all happy, and we're piling in to go have fun. And they were, yeah, we love you. We're going to beat the New World Order. Alex, and I'm driving out. Alex, hey. We're going to beat the New World Order if those good people realize the power they have and if they take action. Now, I've just spent 20-something minutes telling the story because it's so important. Let's talk to Jim in Moscow calling in. Jim, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, you there?
Yes, sir, I am. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm hearing the music in the background. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all that you do. I'm a regular listener. I'm a PrisonPlanet.tv subscriber for the last 3 years. And many of my students, I teach here in Moscow, have followed the Republic Endgame and the Obama deception. So, again, thank you for so much that you do.
I get emails from troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they say all the big stores are selling the videos, copies of them. Go ahead.
Well, hallelujah. And it's a good thing. And most people here, they question, mainstream propaganda. I don't know what else to call it. But they're looking to people like you, Dr. Stan, and many other people out there who are telling us the alternative truth of what's really going on. And I just want to thank you. Today, I guess we're just wondering, how the bombings in the 2 metro stations happened, what's behind it, and does it mean naked body scanners in the metro stations for the future here, where they're putting them in airports there in the United States?
Well, I have meant to get into this in detail, and Paul Watson actually has an article. It's here in my stack. They're reprinting it for me. I believe the headline is subway bombing in Moscow, another FSB false flag, ? And in Road to Tyranny and in my book, Descent into Tyranny, and in several other films, we show how police in multiple cities in 99 caught FSB, Federal Security Bureau, former KGB, it's the new KGB, planting hexogen bombs in the buildings. Because 3 big apartment houses got blown up, blamed on the Chechens. The Chechens said, we didn't do it. Why would we do that and have you come invade us? We fight you here. And, it's a great military move. That's why all these big governments do it, to bomb yourself, to be able to go start a new war and invade somebody. And so FSB is famous for this. The czars, 90 years ago, were incredibly famous for staging false flags. And here's the article. Moscow Metro Blast, another FSB inside job, ? And Watson goes over the history of it. And then I don't know if it's in this version or the InfoWars version, but I saw a comment this morning going, why is Jones covering up for Russia? He covering up. I just tell the truth. I mean, when the United States and NATO and Israel with Georgia snuck attack South Ossetia and Abkhazia on record and ran a giant hoax, and now it's come out Cheney wanted to start nuclear war. That's confirmed. That was wrong and crazy. And I don't like the Iranian government. They do a lot of bad things. The government itself is bad almost in every case. But I expose the fact that our government's lying about Iran running al-Qaeda. And so my job is easy. I don't have to gauge things or say what's popular or what's not. I just say, what have I researched? What's fair? What can I prove? And so it doesn't matter if Russia Today, which is English, just like Al Jazeera or BBC's in the U.S., I go on that probably every week. And if they have me on about these, probably won't, but if they have me on about these railway bombings, I'll talk about it. I mean, I'll say, well, we need to look at the FSB. But I'm going to cover this later in the next hour. I've been meaning to get to it, and the whole militia situation and a lot more. Anything else from Moscow?
Not really. We're just hoping we're not going to turn into the kind of police state my home country, the United States of America, seems to be becoming every time I go back there. It's pretty sad, but I thank you for covering it and letting us know, waking us up, letting us know what's going on in our own country.
You bet. I appreciate your call. We'll be back.